Greetings, everyone. I am Eric Paulson with Your Essential Practice. For today's rune reading, we're going to dive into it. The air and fire signs had the more views, so they're just going to get uploaded first. That's how we're going to go about it here moving forward. So it'll still be on the same day. It's just air and fire signs this week will just be uploaded probably a couple hours just before those water and earth signs. We're doing a singular intro here today too for time constraint purposes. I hope you understand. So let me know in the comments below how you like this new way of doing the rune readings, right? Where we're diving into the elements of the zodiac. If you would like your specific zodiac instead, let me know. If you would like just those general readings with the astrology updates, those every 3 days, a little bit more of a regular basis, also let me know, because I will adapt to what you would like to have broadcasted here for you, because this is part of your essential practice. I'm here to facilitate the space here for you, and as well as healing myself along with you. Okay, and just sharing that wonderful knowledge and helping build each other up. That's what this life is all about, right? Just helping each other out along this beautiful journey that we are on. All right, so without further ado, let's get into what planetary aspects we have going on this week. We have the new moon in Capricorn. That's awesome. That's going to be super fundamental for us, like in more ways than you can't even fathom right now, because that very grounding energy also is accompanied with that Jupiter in Taurus, right? And a couple days later, we have Mercury in Capricorn, so that energy will be around as well. Okay, so not to mention we still have Jupiter in Taurus, the planet of success, is in very grounded and assured Taurus, right? And so here's another one that I would like to mention that isn't really mentioned a lot. You don't really hear this a lot, is that Juno is going retrograde. So Juno, what's that, you say? That is an asteroid. It's a heavenly body. It's similar to an asteroid like Chiron, like the wounded healer, except this one's named after the goddess of marriage and a protector of women. And this asteroid's placement in your birth chart explains what you're looking for in a partner. So please research that more as it reflects on this time frame here as well, because that same day of the new moon, Juno is going retrograde in Virgo. So we have a lot of this earth in our charts, right? That Virgo's very meticulous energy. It wants us to reflect and really review where we're standing with our partnerships, how we view the divine feminine. How's the divine feminine been healing? Men, women, alike. Like, we all embody these types of energies. So let me know in the comments below what you are working on in your divine feminine. I will join in with you in that discussion. All right. So we also have, like I mentioned, the Mercury in Capricorn on January 13th, on that Saturday. So a little bit later in the week here. But that's going to be more of keeping the long-term goals in mind. It'll help get our mental mise en place, like our mess in place for how we want to proceed and articulate ourselves, how we wish to be understood. So ignoring things like hierarchy will not be a thing that we're going to be able to do in this, and so much as we're going to be very detail oriented, very, very Capricorn, kind of stubborn, but also magical energy, right? The embodiment of the magician is the Capricorn, the goatfish, right? So we have the bull, the goatfish, and the virgin all working in our favor here this week. And it's very beautiful energy. You earth signs are definitely exalted here at the beginning of the year. Fire signs as well. If you have a lot of earth in your chart, please see how this relates to you as well. All right, without further ado, let's get into today's rune reading with the fire and air signs first. All right, you fire and air signs, my beautiful friends, brothers and sisters in the spiritual walk of life. Let us cleanse this energetic space with a singing bowl as we ring out into this new year with gratitude of the uncommon abundance from before and simultaneously invite more of that in. I invite you now to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. As we continue, not forcing the breath, preparing ourselves for the week to come. This beautiful grounding energy. Right? That new moon's going to be epic this year. The new moon in Capricorn in January. That's what I mean. Of course, we'll have several new moons. There are no full blue moons this year. I believe there are a couple months which have 2 new moons, though. Definitely, I invite you to also study your birth chart, your astrology, what it means to you. Feel free to ask me any questions, comments, concerns, also down in the comments below. I love it when you guys chime in, let me know, give me the feedback, even that constructive, hey, you know, do better. I can take that. I can take that. This air sign can take that. Right? I have a lot of earth in my chart too, so I'm very much looking forward to the earth portion of the uploads this week. But for now, fire and air signs. We are coming from that past energy of clarity, a dawning, a revelation. This is dagas. This is like the end of a cocooning phase. This is like end of a metamorphosis. This is like an hourglass tilted on its side. And it gives us that moment to pause. Like it purposefully stops the clock and gives us a moment to reflect and to have the clarity of the moment, of the now, right? If a lot of us are getting that tunnel vision about the past or the future, and we're really obsessing over that, right? And that can be detrimental as well. But this pauses in a matter of speaking. It allows us that energy to be in the now, to reflect on the now, and to really be clear about where we're going, where we've come from, and what we've learned. Beautiful, beautiful energies. Right now, the choice is up to you. This is the kind of like the universal shrug of the shoulders. This is the current energies position, and this is the Gambler's Cup, or Pertho is the name of the rune. This could mean friendly competition, initiation, board games. It represents also the womb, or like I said, the Gambler's Cup. So this is any undeterministic outcome. So nothing that can be really, like you have a good guess. You know where you're coming in on this energy from this clarity, right? And you're going through, and who knows what you're doing with the now, right? Who knows what you're doing, and the future is really up to you. Like there are no wrong decisions. Every decision that you make is divinely guided. So when we recognize that, the key is to be at peace with that, right? To let the dice fly, maybe just to take that step, right? And to let it be what it needs to be. Let the initiation process commence as we're going into this new moon energy. A lot of us are setting those new intentions. But in the future energies here, I see a little bit of this ice, the standstill. More of that could be more of this like hourglass on its side kind of. I've got this very big feeling of pause for you earth and fire signs. Like maybe all this earth in your chart or earth in the placements right now can be a little heavy for us, right? It can be pretty suffocating. This could mean that we just need to stay the narrow path, right? And be rigid, be like almost stubborn, like ice, where it is very frozen in our resolve. So this is interesting. We go from this reflection of the now into whatever it is divinely guided, but we're also being called to stay true to our path, to be not so forgiving with ourselves, right? This is a chance to develop our relationship with ourselves, to really go inward and to really solidify like ice our practices, right? So these coming energies are calling for us to really stay our course, go within, whatever that course may be, right? Whatever actions that may be for you to take place. You are a wonderful, multifaceted soul having a human experience. And so this could have an infinite number of choices to do, but you still have that path that you're on. So stay true to you, right? Move forward with this clarity in mind, right? Because the action taken for the best outcome is going to be in a journey. Wow, look at that. And that's really what helps us feel a lot more grounded and connected with ourselves, right? Us fire and our air signs is like a little bit of that travel, right? This could mean a literal move, though, like a change of house, spouse, or career. The Rido rune is about journey. It's about riding along. It's really just not trying to steer where our path is going, right? But just keeping true to it, not trying to force an outcome, just riding along with these energies. That's what I'm getting. The strong intuitive hits here from Divine. Just I really feel I need to tell you that this might be a journey to a new house, spouse, or career, right? Whatever that is to you, stay true to your path. However, I think also metaphorically, this is speaking and staying, just riding out these current energies. Like they're pretty heavy for us, right? And a lot of us, I know myself included, like in the workplace, they kind of need to stay a little on the low side of things. Like I'm a very communicative individual, so just dialing it down just a notch. Like I'm not dimming my shine at all. I'm not losing this clarity. This is very much me staying true to my path and building in silence, right? So take it how it resonates with you, right? Well, we have to think about what our thoughts, feelings, and emotions are all on. And this is very, very common, too, for this time of year, is our legacies, our foundations. This is the Rune Othala. This is about inheritance, home, income, right? This is also paradigms, religious practices, beliefs, standards, things we pass down, the foundations, the things we build off of, right? So we're solidifying that. We're writing out these energies. We have that clarity, and our thoughts, feelings, and emotions are in our legacy, and our foundations, and our truth, and our solidarity, and our you're really called to be true to yourself during this time frame, right? Definitely you want to review how you are coming off as a communication, right? I know that Mercury and Capricorn aspect will almost feel like a retrograde. However, before you get all up in arms with me saying that it feels like a Mercury retrograde, right? I feel I need to clarify that this is going to be a lot easier, right? It's going to be a lot simpler for us to get our mental picture in place, right? Communication wise, it'll help us with maybe a journaling aspect, maybe rehearsing, right? Recording yourself or maybe getting a trusted friend to like use as an impartial mediator to some degree, like, hey, let me practice this speech with you, right? Just listen to me and don't praise or whatever. Don't go throwing sunshine where it needs to be. Just give me that blunt, honest truth, and I know I can respect your opinion because you're my friend, right? So those are some practices we can get into while we're in our thoughts of heritage and legacy, are what we're passing down. A lot of this is going to be new experience for us, and for some of you out there, this is going to be review, just writing this out, right? This is also a chance to get ready, because what we have to lose here is that divine download, that divine communication, right? This is the rune Ansus, and this is godlike communications, divine downloads, right? When we get that tunnel vision, when we're too focused and too rigid, or when we're too stubborn, right? When we're too in the ego, we lose this. This falls off. Okay, but I really don't think that's going to be an issue, especially if you're addressing this foundation with a healthy mindset, right? A healthy emotional stance as well, healthy religious practices. A lot of us are called to get into travel or let me see. Yeah, just like get away for a week or a day or an hour, whatever that is. If you need to call a timeout for your personal and emotional and psychological well-being, do it, please. Just make sure you communicate that clearly. Hi, I am needing to give myself a timeout. I will be back at this time to resume this communication. And then when you are coming back to resume this communication, whatever the case may be to you, let the other party know, hi, I know this is what I promised. I am ready to communicate now. Okay? Do whatever it is to clear your head, because this is going to be like just more clarity. This is a fire energy. This is a fire energy. This is literally a torch, a light. Right? This is a possible outcome, is more illumination into our lives. So we could always use more clarity, like a broader understanding, also a greater light onto our paths and for the paths of others. This is kinas. This is torch, fire, light. So as we work to light the path for others, we also light our own path and vice versa, right? So that's really beautiful. This could be a calling to get into more selfless endeavors. But if you are in this period right now where you are feeling more stuck and rigid into your self-practices, that new hobby that you started up or that business startup that you're working on, right? Definitely build it in silence right now. Ride out this energy. Keep just working on this, plugging away at this, because you are leading by example, whether you like to view it as such or not. We often get that tunnel vision that lets us think that, oh, geez, I'm not having that big of an impact on anybody's life. Well, you know what? I upload these videos all the time. I'm on social media a lot. If I can positively impact one person a day, or just one person in my life, it's not been a waste, right? If I can help somebody feel better, then I have succeeded. And it's as simple as that. And that is good enough. It is good enough. But my ambition is like, okay, I want to do more. But it's good. It's good to have that ambition, that clarity, right? And that resolve to stay true to ourselves and just riding out these energies, whatever that may be. A lot of us, this is a literal change of location. If that is a change of location for you, just keep that legacy in mind. Keep that foundation that you've carried with you, that solidarity, and just be humble, right? And keep leading by example, because you are a light already unto others. You are already leading by example, right? When we're in that ego energy, we will lose that divine communication. Speaking of divine communication, these are the Soul's Journey cards. These are oracle cards. These are messages straight from divine, directly to your soul, directly to your spirit. So divine, I'm asking you, please show us clearly, what message of clarity do you have for the fire and air signs for the second week of the year? Right? With this new moon energy in Capricorn, Juno retrograde in, what did I say, Virgo, yes, and this Mercury in Capricorn. A lot of us are reviewing our partnerships. That Juno retrograde in Virgo is going to have us reviewing how we interact with others. Any sort of partnership, whatever resonates with you, whether that's a romantic partner, a spiritual comrade, right? Or some sort of energy that's frequently around you. Like it'll help you evaluate what those instances are, right? It'll help you review a lot of that, right? This is acceptance. This is what Divine would like us to research more today. So thank you, Divine. This is saying, I am learning to accept things that I cannot change. And how beautiful is that, right? You can't force that. You can't burn away something that doesn't want to be burned away. We can't push up against something that doesn't want to be moved, right? We have to, like the serenity prayer comes to mind too with the acceptance, right? So let's read more about this card. Acceptance says, again, I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Right now, your soul is learning acceptance, right? A lot of heavy earth energy out there. A lot of us could be feeling that sort of stagnant or suffocation sort of aspect, right? A lot of us might just want to get away and just have that place, whatever that is, whether that's within or without, a place to breathe. Literally just breathe, right? Be in our own practices so we can focus on our own practices, right? Yeah. This may force you to feel out of control in a situation or with another person in your life. Just realize that the universe has given you this incredible opportunity to release control. Perhaps doing so will help you realize that there is a rhythm, a rhyme, or reason to everything in life. Rather than thinking that these are accidents that are occurring, refer to these conditions as moment of divine design. Life happens for you, not to you, right? Let me read that again. Rather than thinking that these are accidents that are occurring, refer to these conditions as moments of divine design. Some of us might be on the receiving end of some upsets, or perceived upsets, or perceived failures, right? It's a lot of things are being cleared away for building of the new. What is being cleared away in your life so that you can build new, so you can strengthen what's healthy, right? Acceptance. I had a beautiful conversation with Patrick last week, and in that conversation, and it is on the channel here, please look it up, we go over the term of love is acceptance. Acceptance is love, right? This is a form of self-love, right? You're coming full circle back to yourself. Maybe, and continuing on here, maybe it is a person or a situation that you do not agree with right now. For the moment, instead of having a knee-jerk reaction based on an emotional response, stop, step back, observe, and make an attempt to understand both sides of the equation, which is an incredible gift for you to practice tolerance, grace, and patience. Realize that although you have come to accept a situation or a condition, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are condoning a behavior or that you support it. Let me read that again to you. Realize that although you have come to accept a situation or a condition, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are condoning a behavior or that you support it. You see it for what it is and recognize that there is something rich to learn from it. Life happens for you, not to you. These are messages from the fairies. Fairies are wonderfully divine creatures, also divinely influenced, divinely guided. So I love to have these cards around and ask the fairies for clarity. So fairies, what message of clarity do you have for the collective fire and air signs for this second week of 2024? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all, this keeps coming up. Self-employed? Who out there is self-employed? Who out there loves the color purple? Color of royalty, right? Gold, too. I see some gold in here today. Woo! Okay. This says trust and follow through on a new business idea or career opportunity. Guys, I know I'm getting ready for some big stuff this year. Are you? Let me know in the comments below. What kind of new stuff? I mean, you don't have to tell me everything. I too am building in silence. But I would love to have that conversation with you about your new business adventure or whatever that case may be, right? So let's read more on this card. Business venture. Again, it says trust and follow through on a business idea or career opportunity. You've been seeking a career change and you desire self-employment. This card signifies your recent business ideas are valid and that you can trust your intuition with respect to your career. You'll soon receive an offer for a new job, promotion, or other career opportunity. Take the time to meditate upon your true professional desires, as several options are becoming available to you. Additional meanings for this card are your new business will be successful, or take action in the direction of your career dream, or write down and act upon your ideas for a new business, or trust your gut feeling about your profession, or a positive career change is in the works for you, or your current business is experiencing a healthy transition. Y'all, if you are worried about your career, don't be. Accept the things that are the way they are right now. Ride out these energies because, when we're addressing this legacy in a healthy way, abundance is yours. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's grab a chakra token here to help us along with our meditative practices for the week. Let's grab that one. Ooh, a sacral chakra. I believe that is 417 hertz. I almost feel like an auctioneer when I say that. 417 hertz is also a very cleansing sort of frequency, right? This sacral chakra, solfeggio frequency, is beautiful. That 417 hertz also cleanses your home, not just you, right? So this will help detoxify and remove negative energy in yourself and around yourself, right? The sacral chakra is located below the navel and it relates to sexuality, creativity, intimacy, and pleasure. If you feel sexual repression, lack of creativity, intimacy issues, or you're someone who emotionally isolates yourself, then you're someone who needs to work on their sacral chakra. Listening to the solfeggio frequency of 417 hertz will help to elicit more openness, creativity, and sensuality. As a result, you'll experience more pleasure and harmony. How beautiful is that? You'll be able to accept things more. You'll feel comfortable about this birthing of a new business venture. Right? You get that creative energy, right? You get to build in silence, and that's great. You become your own best friend again. Isn't that great? VAM, V-A-M, is the mantra for the sacral chakra. For this, we start off for the mudra in the prayer position. Then we're going to make binoculars with the index and middle fingers and tucking in the thumbs. So what I mean by making binoculars is that we're closing the wrist down too, and it kind of looks like you want to look through that, right? The ring and the pinky fingers stay open and spread with the points touching. Wrists are closed, right? VAM, V-A-M, the wonderful color of orange, right? And 417 hertz. Happy manifesting, everyone. Beautiful reading, my lovely air and fire signs, from my heart to yours. Thank you for allowing me in this energetic space with you. Again, that mudra for the 417 hertz, the sacral chakra, goes like that, right? And we can just hold it in our lap or just point it south while we're doing the close eyes with the mudra, and the mantra is VAM, VAM, 417 hertz. It can also be done passively throughout the home to cleanse our energetic space in our homes. Also helps detoxify you, right? It'll really help with that divine downloads, those really clear aspects of self that need to be expressed. We need to make sure that we're coming off and being understood with intention and with respect to others and ourselves, right? Everyone's on their own respective paths, and we want to put the cart in front of the horse sometimes, but right now we're just called to slow down, kind of work within, go inward, work on that 417 hertz, communicate clearly. The dates again are January 11th and January 13th are the key dates of this week, and definitely check out the comments below description below, where I will definitely be putting a little bit more information on there, but please do your own research and come to your own conclusions how that affects you and your chart. If you would like any more rune readings from yours truly, specifically to you, please reach out to me at youressentialpractice@gmail.com, and we can definitely work something out. All right? Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant day.